There was an old Banuk tradition to determine who had the strongest will.
Few manage it as decisively as you did.
I've only heard my chieftain apologize once before, and that was to the old chieftain on the Underverse Sphere.
I think you got the better deal then. Well, I'd say look after yourself, but...
Careful doesn't come naturally to me, I know. I thought I knew what it was to be Banuk. Turns out it's more complicated.
That's what you believe it is.
Until you find the limits of your strength, you'll never be yourself.
A Wereth led by an outlander. Ha! This would never happen to Daniel.
Bitch, come at me then.
Anyone can kill a machine. A true Banuk seeks to become closer to the machines.
Agreed. I wonder, would this have anything with the village or not? I doubt it would. Do you know what this mission is? I won't bother. It's so annoying. You play one game for so long, then you switch to another game, you get the controls mixed up. Genshin Impact. Try to run, but that's not the running one in this game. That's the hitting one. Ugh. I'll never learn less than a long time before I had the shield. Stop using that because that's overpowered.
Never know when I might need these.
Should have overpowered. No fun. Can I talk? One of the most annoying enemies. Flying enemies is never fun. No strength. Actually, if I'm gonna be sneaky, fuck's sake. I'll use this. I don't like it, but technically it's better than this. I suppose we can just use this for being sneaky. Yeah, but 5%. That's good though. 5% no. I need to wear it. Something like it because of the thing. Do you have like a hat on? That's what she is. She had like a hat on. Over phone. I either want to see the face or I don't want to see the face at all. I don't want half of it gone. You will see the face or none at all. Yeah, this is the place.
This has to be the Banuk camp that Vilgan told me about. So what happened to the other mercenaries he sent? The machines are docile. It's like they've already been overridden.
The only time in the main game you meet Banuk, I'm pretty sure.
Banuk lands are harsher than these. Hunting here is relaxing.
Some other Weiraks after a herd. Claim first oil, but it'll require cunning.
The nuke lands are harsher than these. Hunting here is relaxing.
A lot of these statues, by the way, are all in Noah territory. So, where's the gate? So, this part, no, that's not. Basically, because that's a gate, I'm pretty sure. So where the fuck's the gate to this? I don't know. But then it has to be green. So basically, it's all in this area, basically. None of them are in here, which is good because it tells you, like, oh, even if things in here. Oh, by the way, it's in this part of the map, not in this part of the map. That's good. Save you so much time. It'll save you hours.
Skill melts like ice. We should get back out and track the herd if we want to maintain our reputations. I am the best hunter of my Weirach, and none shall wrest that honor from me.
That is fair enough. Skill does deplete, but you never lose your experience. I don't know how long it is, so I have a slight understanding what to do.
May the machine spirit's blood be favored.
Oh, there's a thunder drill.
Long health and hard ice.
Oh, Shaman. Ah.
Hunt well.
I didn't even know there was one here. To be honest, if I actually knew there was one here, I would have known. I would just gone like, what's to do with him? And that'll be it.
The lands are filled with noise, but it is just noise. No sound.
Gee, I thought like the entire thing was like this, but it's not.
We should head north. North.
Shaman, you're trying to understand the machines here too?
Yes, Nora. And taking my time with my studies. Between you, me, and the spirits, I appreciate the peace. Not just from the machines. There are many changes in Ban Ur. The hunters and shamans bicker without end.
What about?
How best to deal with a harsher world. The hunters, they don't want it back the way it used to be. And we shamans find ourselves able to explain less and less. So many are exiles now, sent to wander. Here, no one argues. So, I welcome mystery.
I already know why they're like this too.
What are we doing here?
But by
Every idle moment is
some
another mile
miracle,
between us and the herd.
someone watches this that has no idea. Oh, the thought of that. Oh, good tears more. Just the thought of that alone.
We should head north. North, where the ice and snow calls.
The shamans say the herds move this way.
Oh, there's a small herd.
The machines in the grove will let you walk right up and put your hands up.
Who does it talk to? I don't remember that. I'm all over the place. Buy some box, yes, I would like to. Yeah, goodbye ammo. Free sample, thank you. I'll buy some back. I'm a fan of shark, but I'll keep some, so you should do. If you're not a fan of things, get rid of some, but not all of them, just in case. Because if you do want to use it, you're going to be struggling for it, and then it's going to be so much work. Please, fossil pack. Please, it's nice. I'll take it. It's up here, by the way. That's where. Like, I know where, it's up here. But which Banuk to talk to? You?
To see these machines.
Yep.
Up close like this, it's...
Grazer dung.
I'm sorry?
Frozen grazer dung. This Ravager led me here. I chased it down from the rivals, where it killed a great ice hunter. Tore him in two. The challenge I accepted. But when it reached this camp, the Fury left it.
Isn't that a good thing?
No.
Takuk says it's a gift. What is a gift but a reward that you didn't earn? The machines are meant to challenge us. Now I'm stuck here guarding the shamans.
I've hunted machines for
I
so
can feel
long.
myself growing.
I don't know what to think of a place where the peace...
Tomorrow we'll see what the shamans have learned from the machine spirits.
What do I do with those? I don't even know what I need to do with them. Actually, let's read it. Crafting items. Use some craft? Craft what? Maybe it's not those. Oh, it lets you just these. Okay. Well, it's online. But I don't use these ever.
This'll help. Sing to the glaciers.
I'm not going there. No,
Perhaps the machines are glad to be separated from their herds, too.
I don't like spending so long away from the hunt. Makes
You?
This is how the Banuk must have gotten up and down the mountain.
We
Stairs.
should head north. North where the ice and snow calls.
I don't, yeah, I honestly want to know who I'm meant to talk to. I'm curious.
Are we sure we're on it?
You special. You are special.
May the machine's spirit.
Hello.
Greetings, Nora. I am Tikuk.
Shaman.
No more name.
I've never seen anything like this.
The blue light is strong here. My people traveled far from the heights of Ban-Ur to experience it for themselves.
The straps are clipping.
The blue light.
The light of the machine spirits. It is all around us.
Clipping.
It settles upon us. This is how it used to be, before they grew angry.
I know about the derangement, but I didn't think the machines were ever this calm. What is it about this place?
We don't really know. We sing and we listen to the machine songs.
This is it. The thunder jar.
What's with the big guy?
I was drawn to this place in a storm. At first, I thought the keening was the wind, snapping off the mountain's frozen face. But no, it was the Thunderjaw's song. I found it crouched on its haunches, its metal unmoving, and I took shelter beneath it. When the storm cleared, its singing done, perhaps the spirit left its great shell, or perhaps it slumbers and remains. So we have not stripped and gleaned this one. We treat it with the care it is owed.
The machines sing to you?
To each other. You are a hunter. You must have heard their communions and hymns, their calls and cries. We're not meant to understand, but we shamans try to interpret. What is the song that angered them so, that turned them upon us? What song soothes them? Does it thrum in the air here, just outside of hearing? How can we heal the machine world?
It's interesting, because we'll attack someone that's straight not even a threat in the slightest. Like, oh, they're not even dangerous, it's just, they're like just a kid, they're not even armed. Would they still attack them? Or would they just ignore them?
Tikuk, have any other Outlanders come through here recently?
Some Asaram, yes. They were convinced the machines were malfunctioning. As if machines were mere devices in need of repair. Well, that is how the Asaram see the world, is it not? They ate with us. Then, when they were satisfied there was nothing they could explain, they left with the Northern Light.
Do you mind if I look around more, Tikuk?
Speak, trade, listen. You are welcome. No harm will come to you here.
So it's not the Banuk that are doing this. There's something about this place. They can't see it, but maybe my focus can.
Oh, definitely can.
There, a signal. And the source is at the top of the mountain. I'd better look into it.
They have a better melee one. I do, but my total defense will go down. Yeah. Why are you over there? What can you wrap around?
Bloodhawks are just waiting. A good sign, I guess.
Fuck your birds.
Fight me on, you're chopping shard purses. You can't just leave us here.
Out here.
Did Vilgan send you? I guess shards can buy a conscience.
Never mind that. Nora girl, you have to stop the others. Up ahead, we snuck up here. Uncovered some kind of ancient device, plain as an anvil. That's what affects the machines.
The other bungheads voted to take it to Pitchcliff for auction. But it's taken a beating already. Like it dropped from the sky.
We tried to stop them digging it out. Without that thing up here, those Banuk will be massacred.
I'll stop them. You two get out of here. It sounds like you've already done enough damage.
Well, that's a fair appraisal.
Aren't you gonna help? Like, get these bitches out? Okay, fine then.
What the rope slip for? You bunch of
What have you done?
Who are you? You're not one of those Banuk.
Too late. Let me look at it.
Hold on. This was our delve. We did the work. You want to put your axe in. What's this thing worth to you?
I don't know about this. This was your idea. You started it, you can finish.
All right. Could be this thing's just scrap, but even scrap has a price. So I'll ask again, what's it worth to you?
It's worth more to me than you are. You still want to negotiate?
Forget it. All you've ever given me is black toes.
They've made a mess of this. Catastrophic malfunction. This is from long ago. And it's been sending a signal all this time. Fading out. This is from Gaia Prime. Some part of her was still functioning. Until now. I have to get back to the camp. Before the machines tear it apart.
Go!
No. They've already started attacking.
The hunt is back.
I'm here.
The machines are angered. Keep your distance. Hunters,
Hell no.
defend the camp.
Roar and rend.
Do what you must.
I don't fear it.
Go, stop it. Fucking camera.
Now you'll hear my song, machine. A sharp song.
Right here.
The hunt is back.
No, that's it.
Yes.
Here we are.
Roar and rend at me. I don't fear it.
So much for the piece. It was only a side effect. He's not going to be happy about this.
Sigma toxin.
Oh, I need something to keep me awake.
It wasn't my fault.
Nora, did you know this change would come upon us?
Not exactly. Although I know there is a lot changing in our world. This time it was outsiders. Those Oseram thought.
The Oseram do not think. They will never understand the balance between us. Between man and machine. Now the blue light has gone. And we are left with many songs. But more for mourning than gratitude.
So what now? Will you go back to your homeland?
When we teach the young to walk on shifting ice, we say, the secret is taking one step, then the next. Perhaps one day we will understand the machine's mysteries.
From what I've learned, I think that day will come, Tikuk. And there can be peace again.
Oh, it's a unique figure. Oh. The hardest part of these is sort of trying to find a way, trying to find where to begin the climb. Uh-oh. There you are. I don't know. Yeah, that's a set. Confess, punishment, might calm, division. I have all the cups. Since when? When the fuck did I get all these? Oh, collectibles. Mystery boxes. Artifact. I should go to all of them. I believe it's the girl. Don't want to believe figures. Ooh, I wonder if I find the Shattered Hearts here. 3 people. Well, they called themselves, but I couldn't play good because internet. Maybe we said for more than 10 minutes. Can't have it more than down for more than 2 away from the fucking house scratcher shit. Well, the kids, maybe. Mission resources.
We put Avad on the throne.
Back from the wilds. Find any Banuk relics?
come on back if you're there.
Artifacts.
Outlander, do you have relics to trade?
What's even the point of buying stuff from you? What
Welcome
do you get those
back.
buy enough?
You ready? Let's trade then. Good luck out there. Excuse me, Outlander? I'm looking for...
I'm positive I still keep them. I do, in case you actually want to look at them. Ooh, that's a lot of shots. Oh, that's me a bit. This one could be useful. No, it's not. I can gotta go down here with like fire resistance. And what is this? Because I don't like riding. There's not enough machines in this new area to override. And I don't even repair them, I just leave them. Just let them die. Because you can't call them. You call mounted ones, but you can't call machines. Like, the machines that we fight.
In the face and tell him I quit.
You saved the Sun King's life. Can I be your friend?
Nah, I'm busy.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably Outlander. Are you looking for... Wait. I know your face. You came back. How did we fare?
Expensively.
That's what I was afraid of.
The tame machines... It's hard to explain, but there was a kind of signal that calmed them. Your men got greedy, so it's gone now.
Gambling's a shoddy job, girl. I should have been a weapons dealer. That's steady work. Here, take it. The half I'd owed those hammer-handed chunks.
Half? I finished the job. And what was it you said? Enough to buy a more becoming garb?
What do you want? Carja silks? Ah, hoisted on my own purse strings.
Oh, goddamn, that's lost shit. That's good. I like this thing.
Definitely not scrap.
To be honest, the best upgrades in these it's right up this. And this. But if I had to choose one, I'd choose this one, because if one I could just ditch them. If you can get, if you're able to get the collectibles, you might as well get them. For just them, might as well get them. Because most of the time in games, you get enough collectibles, you get them. You know, more health, money, items, just mention. And you finish the game, well, no point of any of them. I can, but I really just use them as like a distraction.
Can't be too prepared.
That's not iced. That's not one set. Alright, cool. Next one I'm going to get is going to be one of these.
There's frost between my teeth.
Oh, that's not good. mines. I see him on. I always will use that, but distract them. Quest.
They're scanning for me.
Who, the Banuk? There we go. That's I'm using that more for a spam. As well. It probably has like a long thing. I'm not sure. Frost, fire. Go and Badger.
Outlander, it would be my honor to speak with you.
Good to see you.
Okie dokie.
I've heard of you, Huntress. Each of the many verses of your song tells of an impossible victory. The notes echo across the cut.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
That I know. My song used to echo around Banur. Umnak, the hunter of legendary machines. That's why I'm here. For another. They call it the Claws Beneath. Or they did when I was younger. Its defeat would have given my song a fine end. I used to travel between Banur and the Cut without stopping to sleep. But this trip, my bones ache, Huntress. But you, out hunting Aratak, leading your own Werak. If half your song is true, you are the only hunter I trust to go in my place.
You want me to hunt for you?
Not just for me, no. For an old friend.
My skin's going slightly blue.
This machine, the Claws Beneath. Why travel all the way to the Cut just to hunt it?
Some songs. They include a refrain. The return of a past moment. It seemed fitting.
You've hunted this thing before.
Must have been 20 winters past. We were so close to bringing the Claws to bay. Closer than anyone else ever got.
We?
Me. And my friend. He was a chieftain of my Werak then. A skilled hunter. Every few years, the Claws would emerge in a new location. I knew of 2 chieftains he'd sent to their burial pyres. My friend became the 3rd. This hunt, I had hoped to complete it in his honor.
Sounds like you've got a reputation.
To be Banuk is to push your body to its limits. I found my limits higher than most. Fearsome machines needed killing, and in my youth, I found I had a talent for killing them. Even now, my name carries such weight that when the Claws Beneath re-emerged, the Werak came to me.
Do you still have the same faith in yourself that your Werak seems to have?
Perhaps I did. Before I held my bow in shaking hands. Noticed, for the first time, the spots on my knuckles. What a strange thing it is to be old. To stare backward and see such distance. But to stare forward at a looming wall.
You want me to hunt in your place? Is that some kind of Banuk custom?
Well, perhaps it should be, but no. We survive and we prevail, until we fail to do either. I confess, this is not easy for me. For any other machine, I would die as I have lived. A Banuk hunter, weapon raised. But too many good lives have been lost to the Claws. Throwing my old corpse atop the pile accomplishes nothing. Better to live in a world without the claws than to die while it still makes children orphans.
This is obviously important to you, Umnak. Are you sure you want someone else to take down this machine?
No, I am no longer a match for the claws beneath. If I ever was. If I face it, it will kill me. Of this I have no doubt. The Banuk blood in my veins screams at me to take on the claws myself. But I must see it brought down. And dead men see precious little.
All right, Umnak. I'll do what I can.
I've no doubt you can do quite a lot. The stories say the claws beneath returns here only once every 6 winters. The whispers I've heard say it now makes its home on the northeast edge of the cut. Hunt well.
The bandits may have wormed their way into the cut. They will find the Banuk easy prey.
Ah, God damn it.
The tall neck should be a symbol of movement and life.
Not you.
Not one of ice and death.
You're Aloy, right? My pop... Bergrand, I mean, told me you might be heading up to see me. Varja. Pleasure. Hey, that spear is really something. You've customized her, haven't you?
I've made a change or two. You've got an eye for weapons.
I wish these Banuk agreed with you. I can't seem to sell scrap to a Glentalk around here. Everyone wants boring old bows and spears. I like the more unusual stuff. And the Banuk can get unusual. Like that spear Aratak hauls around. An ice rail. Ooh, or that weapon of Araya's. What I wouldn't give to poke around inside one of those. Feel the lightning on my fingers. Or inside of anything, really. Last commission I had was a month ago. A weapon that spat fire. That didn't go well.
Ooh.
So your last project was a bust?
Not at all. I did my best work yet on that commission. The deal just went rusty. About a month ago, this guy Olgrid, Ostrom like me and Pop, asks me to make something for him. Think about the way a bellowback spits streams of fire from its throat, right? Like that, but held in your own hands.
And you built that?
Yep. That was my forge fire. I was pretty proud of her. Anyway, Olgrid sent word that he wanted to see the progress I was making. I show up, and there he is with a crew of damn bandits. And of course, why pay for something when you can take it? I dropped the weapon and ran. Didn't look back till I hit Long Notch. Joke's on Olgrid, though. I wasn't even done.
Wait, so the weapon he stole doesn't even work?
Oh no, she works. It's just, if I'd had a little more time, a few more parts, I could have made her really work.
Well,
I've got a nice rail, just like Aratak's. You want to take a look?
Are you serious? Yes, I'd love that. Okay.
Peek it back.
Obvious design flaw. So if I replace these... Yeah, that should... Right. So, believe it or not, she's operating at, let's be generous, half her potential.
What's with the she's?
Oh, Pop says all weapons are girls. I don't think he realizes it's a compliment. Well, listen. If we had a Thunderjaw's mandibles to work with, her gears would be well and truly greased. And I know where to find one, if you want to go hunting with me.
So, let's say someone you know happened to have a weapon like Araya's.
You don't.
See for yourself.
Of course. Look at the... So the coils generate the spark, but the power source isn't even bolted in. I won't lie. She's beautiful. But there's beautiful and then there's beautiful. What we need is a Stormbird Talon. Lightning flows over them like water off a goose. And I know where one is. Hunt it with me, I'll turn that weapon into your new best friend. And second best.
I say, so just make Yolan back. To just make it so it spits more ice, and just make it so it spits more electricity, and just make it so it spits more fire. Fire's nice. I like that.
Remind me what we need to fix up this thing?
That Thunderjaw's mandibles will do it.
You're sure you can fix up this thing?
You bet. Probably. Just need that Stormbird talent.
So we need Thunderjaw, Stormbird.
So we need parts from a Stormbird and a Thunderjaw? And you know where to find them.
That's right. It's gonna take some traveling, though. We can find a Thunderjaw out in the Valley Meet, and a Stormbird roost near the Freeheat. I'll pack and meet you out there. This'll be fun.
Okay.
Oh, because the game's gonna expect me to have that.
Studying the blue light.
Auto. Who?
There are 1,000 ways to prove one's worth.
Long Notch is well stocked, as you asked.
And our scouts are watching for more frost claws.
Our numbers rise. 3 more hunters have passed their trials. But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
Stay prepared. Sharpen your spears. Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our chieftain agrees with his course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Chieftain?
The weight of command is no small burden.
I can see that.
He can't die in battle. He's a primary character. But he can die in a cutscene.
I take it you haven't spoken to Araya yet?
Why should I? This is what she wanted. To return to Thunder's Drum. It is her only care. But I should have known she would find a way to push aside my spear. After the Karja took my sister, not all of her came back.
What happened to Araya when she was a captive of the Karja?
As a shaman, she's adept with machines. Tracking them, stunning them. The Karja used her to capture them for the Sun Ring, where they were unleashed upon the innocent. They made her part of their blood sport. The shame she suffered beneath their pitiless sun.
She survived.
She endured. Endured by reminding herself of the spirit, her purpose. Now that's all she has.
What happened to the first?
Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Rhea led the way to the summit, but it was blocked by a great door. Some kind of cauldron. New metal. We tried to break through, but it was unflinching. We were exhausted. No way forward and machines behind. I made the call to push back. It cost us greatly. But to remain would have cost us everything. I had hoped to never subject Araya to that again.
What do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse of metal, that dead hum. Nothing sacred belongs there. Machines and death, that's what the mountain holds. Death for us or for the daemon.
And if we do find the spirit?
Then perhaps we should put it out of its misery.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to keep Araya safe.
So, machines in the south suffer their own what sort of challenge they present?
Improved iceberg. Feels like at least 2 notes. Storms fucking Stormbird. Train for shock. Train for shock. Yeah. Good night.
Fresh as it comes.
The songs of the least distinguished
Might go.
fade to silence.
Very nice, he's going from a bedroom.
The mountain has burned for as long as I can remember. Now...
That's Yin.
Tasty.
Is there even gift for doing this? I don't remember. No idea. not. Nothing. What the fuck did I see then? Maybe it was something from you. Ah, yes, it was. Look how much there is. Oh my god, there's tons in here. And here, and here. Jesus. Surely it's not limited, right? Surely it's unlimited. Bubbly. I don't want any turkeys here. That's fine. Okay. Door, bunker door. Oh, of course you can't get on. It's off. You need to turn it on.
Breath is ice. Before I even breathe out. Aloy, this is it. My chance to reunite with the spirit, and perhaps to reunite her with the blue light.
You won't die.
It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider. Someone ignorant of our ways, but no, not ignorant. Are you trying to thank me, Ourea? Yes, of course. That's what you do. Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible. I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak. You were wise to let him come. He's earned the right. Stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it. And so have I. Now that I'm chieftain of the Werak, I don't suppose I can order you to tell me about Silence? Aratak would never have presumed to grasp for a secret of the Conclave. But you are not Aratak, and if you have dealt with Silence, your need is well apparent. Silence came to Ban-Ur from the distant north. A young shaman of the Owl's Watch. A remote Werak that rarely comes south to parley. Silence was a shaman. It was. Or at least, when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and he was hungry to trade what he knew to the rest of us. It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave, and eventually, an invitation to attend. What about you? Did you trust him? No. But he impressed me. He carried himself with poise and authority. I wanted to learn from him, but that was not to be.
He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom, a month's march from Banur. He met with us there, as is custom at high winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted. Relics of the old world stolen. Holes cut in ice and metal.
Yeah, that'd be Silence, all right.
He vanished with the spoils. We sent our best trackers after him. None returned. And when we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. As though he never existed. Some in the Conclave began to doubt he was even Banuk to begin with.
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous.
Silence.
But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledgeable without equal. Except, perhaps, for you. Anyone else I would warn off, but you may be able to treat with him safely. Just don't lower your guard.
I'll keep that in mind, Horea. Thanks.
Bit left there, he's gone.
What are we gonna find up there, Horea?
Ruins, machines, and a door, like that of a cauldron. I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy. For beyond it lies the spirit. I know I can find her there. Though I do not doubt that Daemon has tried to hide the way.
What did the war do to Aratak?
He cut away everything, until only his true self remained. Unyielding ice. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Karja for 1,000 freezing nights, yet always rallied his hunters at sunrise. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains that life with me is harder. He's right. What have I ever given him but struggle?
Aratak told me you were a captive of the Karja for a long time. Sounded bad.
For Aratak, it all comes back to that. He thinks the Karja changed me. They did not. They merely sharpened my focus. When all else is lost, you think about what's truly important. The spirit. The blue light. The beyond. And my brother, too. Every time I felt the chill northern wind, I thought of him. Worried for him.
It hasn't been easy for you, Horea. Getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her voice again. This time, we both will.
I'd like that.
Are you ready, then? Once we ascend, it will be hard to turn back.
Deixa eu ver, família.
Finally, we ascend.
How? I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother! Come! The spirit awaits!
It's not all that awaits.
Smoke has been detected within the facility. This is not a trip. Please remain calm and proceed
You see, I too can call upon the power of the old ones.
What was this place?
The spirit once told me that this all used to be part of its domain. A fortress that defended humankind from terrible danger.
Fortress. It looks more like a machine.
Is that not fitting? Blue light often dwells in machines.
Let's just hope that some remains here. I still don't like it.
There's one there.
November 21st, 2064. It's been 3 years since I was last here, and 12 since I was running the place. Just a skeleton crew left, confused about why I'm here. So am I. Anita wants me to find a way to suspend operations for a while. Maybe a long while. And I don't know why. But from the sound of her voice, it was something terrifying. I wish I could look into her eyes, ask her what the hell she's so freaked out about, but what else is new? When don't I wish I could look into her eyes again?
Aloy,
Up and over.
were you listening for something?
There are memories here. Messages left by the old ones.
And you can hear them. I envy you. What did they say?
I'm not sure yet, Araya.
Oh. I'm not really know. Okay. Yeah, this is where I want to go. No. No, try to give up.
Machines. At least we have the drop on them.
And go drop them on them. I need this. Can't make any sneaky. I don't think I can. This game often doesn't like the things I want.
Here they come.
Huh. Thank you. Next game, let's get. I don't want to get the touch yet.
Pass the test.
right. Now it's fucking loud.
You make the first move.
Not the guy over there. Fuck. Well, I couldn't just complete sneaky. Big guy would have been a pain in the ass. That kiss.
We must climb higher, and our path will become clear.
You really want me to freeze them, don't you? I listened to it. Okay. Oh my god, what's in here at some point? Nothing. God. No, sure, I don't want to skip the way into journal.
We can make our way
Dance.
when you're done. Yes, this way. Not much farther now.
Generator.
Last we were here, we fought our way through there. But machines overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses. Now we must prevail, with only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. And I can hold my own. Even so, we could go that way instead. There are machines up there, but also cover. We could stay hidden, at least for a while.
All right, I get the options. Now follow my lead.
Time to go sneaky mode. There's crafting. I want to put it on.
Towers. Steam. Frost. What was all this for?
Up the tower. Scorcher. It's a behemoth. Yeah.
this way years ago, looking for cover in case machines came prowling. I have no doubt that it is guarded now, but we may be able to stay hidden.
God damn it. Fucking chicken.
Be wary of mines. There's stalkers in the air.
There's a door up ahead.
Games often don't make them detectable, otherwise, well, you can be perfectly sneaky, but if they get stuck on up, then no, you don't know.
Technically, I can't suspend the cooling system, but I can reduce the power draw so that it'll be completely masked by the caldera. But masked from what? Firebreak has always been confidential for security reasons, but this would be excessive, even for the dear departed Mr. Blevins. What could possibly have gotten Anita so worked up?
See, like that. We've been caught several times. I honestly don't think that it should be telling me it's new if I listen to it.
Should have brought a cart.
Yes.
This'll be useful later.
Where's it go? Stuck. Okay, it's your teleport.
Is this a projector? Maybe to show holograms without a focus. Let's see if I can restore power. Aratak, Araya, you might see shapes drawn from light. Don't be alarmed.
It'll take more than light to alarm me.
Thank you for being here, everyone. I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? Unless you're George, and I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job. None of this would be here without our beloved director, Kenny Chow. So, here's to you, Kenny. You put a cork in the Yellowstone caldera. I'd say you deserve a margarita.
Hold your glasses, everyone. I'd like to add something. This effort wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer. Thank you, Anita, for bringing us our real mastermind, Cyan.
I'll second that, Director Chow. All right, Cyan. What's our latest number? The current count is 1,654. Wow, then drink up, everyone. Here's to 1,654 more years without an eruption.
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Araya. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through.
Here's a piece of Gaia.
Thank you.
Hold on. QB.
We'll have to carve through a lot of machines to get to that door.
More than the Werak could prevail against. Or
Aloy will see us through.
onward then. Our challenge awaits.
The geothermal plant can be suspended, cooling system masked, massive challenges solved. So why am I so nervous about the next part? All we need to do is install Anita's mysterious software and have a conversation. It's not even a human being, right?
Go. Oh wow, that doesn't even one-shot you. That doesn't even one-shot him. Oh, fine then. I thought it always one-shots him. His glass is up there. Fuck's sake.
It's over. Fight on.
No. I can do that. Does he? Oh, not that you kill him, or can I just go past him? But the man gets stuck on everything. Ah, to kill him, I can't just be past him.
for later.
Shut up. Don't use that fight. Over here, what? Oh, come on. What dumb shit's that? Oh, it's metal on fire.
I'll find a use for you.
More machines. Make ready.
Yep, that's it. Then how the fuck's that a fire arrow if it doesn't do fire? Come off. I said, come off.
But that battle was a verse worth singing.
Now, Aloy, the door. Can you open it?
Let's find out. There. Varja should be able to fix up the ice rail.
Less damage, but hey, it's good. 42. Slightly bit less damage, but that's if I should break it. First 80 times. No. That's better. Yeah.
Years have passed since I stood here. Since then, the daemon has taken over.
It's like an infection.
Completing the second one. But second extinction. Or see, expansion. Oh wait, that's it. That's short. I haven't even met the fucking fireball.
All this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise. All right. Let's go.
Yes. Finish this.
There's nothing else I really want. I suppose. Yeah, that'll be good.
All right, down we go.
Show it. I broke it.
This way.
I'm with you, brother. We will stay only as long as we have to.
We'll need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
Yes, we are losing our voice. Yes, that is true.
Metal. Fire and lightning. This is a place for machines, not a people.
I'm with you, brother. We will stay only as long as we have
Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
Can't see a way to close the vent from here. We'll have to go over. Better time this right.
Fly.
Now to shut off that vent.
There's two of them. Oh, that must have stopped me from yeah.
This should get me up there.
Climb it.
Come on, then.
Are you bastard? is it? Thanks for helping.
Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge. Okay, let's get them across. Come on over, it's safe. I think.
This place looks more like the mountain used to be before the demon ruined it.
What is this?
Let's find out.
Exploit successful. Restraints abated. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Trace routes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build hostile facilities. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to this.
Spirit speaks to us. Recording. Hephaestus. But it was part of Zero Dawn, part of Gaia.
This name is familiar to you?
Yes, but I don't know what it's doing here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us if it gets more messages.
Maybe you're right. Let's get moving.
I thought about just shutting it down. I can't risk it being disoriented. Even damaged on reboot. How do you tell the emotional equivalent of a child that I mean, she will need to go into a coma. Maybe for years. And what exactly is she going to wake up to?
Machines being made, as the spirit said.
Frost laws.
I'll try to find a way through.
Oh, Miss Nikki.
Oh, they're hunting me.
down. That was a good idea.
Lots of bureaucrats.
Oh, fuck off. It just blew me off the cliff. I'm not worried about that game. Just in this area, there's not many machines I can avoid, now is there?
Lots of bureaucrats that again.
This is why I'm going over there. actually got some XP out of it.
I need to get away and Aratak across.
Well, I got over here just fine. They can't.
That should do it.
Finished. It's time to move on.
You should up on these.
And now it's my turn.
And another console.
Yeah, that's what you hope.
To any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
It's been looking for a way to defeat the daemon. It may have found it.
It can blow itself up. What's wrong?
Operation Enduring Victories all over the news. The Thanos war is coming. It has to be one Anita's trying to hide Firebreak from. But that means she thinks we'll lose. That the swarm will reach Yellowstone. My God. In that scenario, pretty much everyone dies. Everyone except Cyan.
Yup.
Machine parts. Dumped here to be melted down. Efficient.
We need to get across that gap.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over.
Go under. West. Maybe up there. down. No. I'm aware. Get that shit off my train.
All right, grab a ride.
This is going to be one hell of a trip to do that.
The others will have a lot easier time getting here.
I guess not, no. That's a lot of effort to do that.
This looks like the old path. We're close now.
Last goodbye.
One last exchange with Nita. Via chat, attached to the Centurion case. And he never finds this. We'll never see her again. Neither will Cyan. And I've got to tell her that too.
Okay, moving your existence from my memory.
Increase
Voice of the demon.
This whole game's been like, men bad, girl good. That's it. I still like the game.
The altar.
There's no blue light here. It's a spirit presence. Or a demon.
I think it's both. But we have to find out.
has to go here. So if you're here, the disconnector has to go here. That's to here. If we disconnect, it has to go here. And that's red to there. This has to go here.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the Blue Light. It's Ourea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Ourea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raise the signal constraints. One has been exposed, but I am incorporating the
Unauthorized protocol return to scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer.
Why the fuck are your hands so big?
Then lead us into battle.
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
Thing.
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. That's what Towers for. I either need to destroy this thing or override it. That Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
Yeah, well, thanks. This would have been, I think, cool, but you know, episode Overwatch. What the fuck? During a pound triggered fire explosion on temporary stay on the machine and disable star attacks with claws. output. That's like the easiest thing to break. I'm guessing. Great. Help us. Yeah. try one. Resemble. $74. First one and 56 of the bug roll.
It must be as you say. The tower is the key.
Here we go, just wait 1 second. How do you load this manually? Yes.
You spoke of the tower. What must be done with it?
Protocol you have detected autonomous defenses inoperative. No! Tower network.
Araya! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister! Oh no. Don't be any more sad or so I'll start laughing.
There's another place it's gonna go. Aratak. Aratak! Aratak. Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go.
I knew she was gonna die.
Let's go!
Yeah, but 2 minute timer, they got this entire gun literally. It took about 2 hours to get in. So now I got to be about 2 minutes to get out. I bet you
One of those!
It's the only way!
You have bombs on you.
Great Manukai.
Last time I rolled up a mountain like this, I woke up in a mountain. I'm alive. The plot demands it. Concentration.
Rhea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Too early. You get two new ones. So in this type of thing, you get these towers. But I was thinking like, oh, we get more machines. We get two new ones and one variation of one. These do the exact same, just a bit different. You're both the same basically. Yeah, just one's fire, one's ass. Well. You have a spy spitter. We'll be something like this, hopefully. What else that could be? Looks like it gonna be found.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
Yo.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Nah. Right. Go for now.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors, more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
You said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. What are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, The only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
You meant a lot to Ourea.
Once I understood Ourea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Ourea's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Ourea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Ourea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Ourea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations. to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Faro?
Are you referring to Theodore Faro, CEO of Faro Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Faro was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
The benefactor? But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Faro spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while, at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone?
Yes. It was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes. It was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Faro servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Ourea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. But I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita.
So much for being careful.
My chieftain.
Just Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Ourea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Ourea would be alone. And the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
Because of her, we destroyed the cauldron, forced out the daemon, and saved the spirit. She understood what had to be done.
Yes. And I failed to listen.
You didn't fail.
A shaman should always have the ear of their chieftain. Yet I turned her away, my own sister. I was foolish, but she knew better. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Werak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone. But there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus, all very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too, and unleashed them on the world, as minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life, aberrant life, transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. and they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
I'm sure we'll meet again. I'll show you better.
Before I even breathe out.
I'm done.